Hello, my viewers on YouTube. I hope you're well, you're taking care of each other, and being kind to yourself. For those new to my channel, welcome. For those returning to my channel, welcome back. New viewers, check out the series from the beginning. It's organized as a playlist, in chronological order, starting with all those videos. For those who are still here after my saying that, heads up, I have long COVID. I don't always think most quickly. I have memory, focus troubles. I won't say more about that in a second. Also, I'm sure some of you hate me by now. Simply because of my political beliefs and not liking them. I am, for those unaware, a socialist. A democratic socialist, which is a term that a heck of a lot of people don't know what it means in the United States. Probably because a lot of people in the US have no bloody clue what socialism even is. They misattribute it to be something it's not. By the way, micro bit. Do this, get a little more visibility. Not enough to pay is the plot. You should do this. Right now, it just spots Roman workboat. But later it can stop barbarian spawning. So, socialism, one way of putting it is that it is about the production of goods and services for human need. It is more accurately about worker control of businesses, of economy, either through worker cooperatives, which is market socialism, but that's all you do, or central planning, or a mix of the two. I used to be pure market socialist, then I came to realize there is a huge role for central planning, especially with the climate crisis. With central plans being the only way that you can ensure things happen, like a decrease in oil production. You leave it up to worker cooperatives. You know, you turn the oil companies into giant networks of worker cooperatives where each drilling site or refinery is technically a separate worker co-op under an umbrella, kind of like the Mondragon Corporation. They're still going to produce oil. You need some things like the oil industry to be state-owned enterprises that then do things that might not be the most profitable, but they'll do it because they're under the control of an elected government. Now, elected is the key word. A lot of people demonize or misunderstand socialism because the historically dominant version of it, the version that spread like wildfire around the globe, and then people falsely equate that with socialism, was Marxist-Leninism. In civics in this game, that would be state property plus either despotism or police state. Democratic socialists are universal suffrage plus state property. They're absolutely very focused on or representation plus state property. Absolutely very focused on maintaining democratic structures and norms. Consider those to be important. The symbol of the Democratic Socialists of America in the US, which is not a great organization because they practice realignment or entryism, depending on who you ask. They're trying to either shift the Democrats to the left, which will never work, or take over the Democrats from inside, which will never work either. So they're, but that's actually because of COINTELPRO and the Socialist Party, the major one that existed in the United States being broken up into three pieces during the Vietnam War by essentially CIA, FBI operations. They kind of both had some role in this. I think it was mostly an FBI thing. Basically, intelligence agents entered the Socialist Party that existed, got their assets promoted to the highest ranks, which was easy enough to do when people were assets to make sure to advance the careers within that party of other assets. It was a long-term thing that had been in the works for decades, but the trigger was pulled during the Vietnam War because Nixon so badly did not want people opposing the Vietnam War. I think it was during the Nixon era. It might have been LBJ, but I'm pretty sure it was during Nixon's presidency. And so the Socialist Party fractured. There were three offshoot branches: the Social Democrats, USA or Social Democrats America, I forget which, ceased to exist. They basically had an ideology that was co-opted by the Democratic Socialists of America, which called themselves Democratic Socialists, but they're really Social Democrats mostly. The difference being is they allow Democratic Socialists amongst their number, whereas the Social Democrats not. So they're a little to the left of that splinter branch, and they joined the Democratic Party, and they just act as a caucus within it. That'll never work. And then there was the Socialist Party of the U.S., which is decrepit, but actually still exists and has a few chapters around the United States, which held that socialists need their own parties, though they'll never achieve anything. But anyways, the logo of the Democratic Socialist America, which my channel logo is actually a nod to, is a rose being held with a hand gently, and I think you see some thorns, and that refers to the rose refers to democracy, the thorns to the perils of democracy, but that it's necessary and has to be held as something precious, even as you go to socialism, because capitalism will lead to fascism and the undoing of democracy and ecological devastation. It's socialism or barbarism, as Rosa Luxemburg once said, and that's becoming more obvious now than ever. Anyways, that's a little primer on my political beliefs for those who probably resentful of me, and I don't doubt that's going to do much to tamp down on that.
If in other sciences we should arrive at certainty without doubt and truth without error, it behooves us to place the foundations of knowledge in mathematics.
If in other sciences we should arrive at certainty without doubt and truth without error, it behooves us to place the foundations of knowledge in mathematics. Yep, that's Roger Bacon. He was, I think, a British scientist and mathematician. It's a fitting quote, as are many other quotes in this game. I'm not going to be able to get currency for a while, so turn to go back to 0 on the science slider, which will have the overflow go into this. 64 acres overflow, I think. 63 plus I get 1 a turn, even at 0 science, so that scientific progress never actually grinds to complete whole. The pity beaker, if you will, which I've utilized heavily. Won't be able to really do that much once I get currency, because having a large gold stockpile allows the Romans demand a very large tribute. I don't want to spend the gold, so I have very little in the treasury, so that they can only demand pitiful tributes. And if they want to, demand a tribute of 20 gold for a lasting peace, the Romans, they can be my guess. I will gladly give them that just to shut them up and maintain my focus on settlers and workers instead of having to build military, which is not that expensive in absolute terms, but the opportunity costs are the real cost of it this early. Eventually we'll build military and tell the Augustus Caesar to bug off when he demands tribute, just not right away. Anyways, I canceled one of the workers here doing Did I accidentally hit route mode or something? There we go. Because there was only 3 worker turns to finish that road, and I didn't want this guy to get stranded where he can't reach without wasting a turn any of the objectives. This is going to work on that for 1 turn, and then advance north for road. Give me a sec. I didn't delete that. Hold on. Alright, and back. So, this, wrong key. Nope. I have the scout go through here. Let's turn to go here. Load onto a waiting galley. Now I do want to grab this spearman warrior, but, actually I really need to get a galley down here first, which, let's see. It's 7 turns to go. Here. 6. 5. 4. Yeah, we can wait there. If it sinks on the way, I won't want to get it dispatched in the galley as soon as possible. And then 3, because, yeah, it doesn't actually make sense to do a road on this pasture. I won't get it done before the settler. So, yeah, these workers would just pre-chop, and then they will chop this. I mean, so they would finish the pre-chops, finish this one, probably do a mine, just see it work, and then one will head here for a road, one will head here to do another mine, because I really do need to up my hammer production, get sellers out quickly, and then also military. So mine here for a city will be here eventually. Commerce is definitely better in the long run, but I can't delay forever a military, and so invest a little, upping my hammer production further. After I get currency, there aren't a lot of super high value techs. I mean, some of these are valuable. If I could get the wonders, I won't be the first to them. So no, calendar is pretty good too. But building like a cottage there by the time I'd even work it, probably already have calendar, be close to it. I won't save many turns on it. Anyways, this guy's, well, one will wait here just to keep jungle back. But now I've got 3 warriors here. I'll want to, I guess, do that Forest Hill before too long. Putting it there, but not till Scout is back in my territory. Righty then. Yeah, so I'm holding on to military units, even though it's quite expensive. Just to go through here, so a jungle doesn't grow through, actually. Basically, at enormous expense, I'm expanding, putting a hold into military units so I can defend city sites. Trying to, do a land grab to make sure the Romans don't get any more. They have to. Cool. These will convoy this worker next turn all the way up to here, and this galley will bring it right into the city. Or same turn load, so no turns at sea where I can lose the worker. I need to send some galley south. Scout out there. Hold on. Sorry about that. Noxious, aggressive, and slightly unhinged roommate. Blaring. Sometimes TV. Just honestly, he does this to. It's a form of aggression towards me. This guy is honestly a piece of trash. And he thinks he has the right to basically torment people he doesn't like. He doesn't like my political beliefs. He does not like that I've asked him to keep going down, and he doesn't like that pressuring people to actually clean up after themselves, not be slobs and leave me to clean up after them like I'm their maid. Hold on. Sorry, he's buying stuff again. This guy's obnoxious and aggressive, but honestly, there's not much I can do about it. Try to talk to the landlord about his paper, and the landlord talks to them, the guy moderates his paper for a little while, and then goes right back to it. Eventually, I'm sure the landlord will lose patience that he's not listening and ask him to leave or something. It's like a situation where the people didn't pick their roommates, more like the landlord did, and yeah, the landlord is, I don't know what to make of him. He seems to be a nice guy most of the time, but he doesn't have much patience for stupid people, which I guess works to my favor in this case. This guy is just a piece of... This roommate's just a piece of shit. He just no respect for anyone else. Alright, anyways, let's get this turn done. So some might say you should be trading with China. Don't look around. You're also trading with the Romans. Maybe not. Don't see any trading with the... Oh well. Just trading with the Byzantines and Romans for now. As these cities grow, it should become more good to trade, but it's also... There's a distance factor. Give me a sec to save. Alright, and let's end the turn. But yeah, so I was saying about economically. And it autosave now. See all those hammers winning. Did I miscalculate the overflow? Oh, yeah, no. 54, not 64. I miss my long COVID. Sometimes I don't do numbers well. I'll admit, I've been always someone who's... Sometimes details could slip by me a little, but this is just aggravating as heck. I really cannot think clearly while on COVID. It really does suck. Okay, and... Boom. Oh, wait, it's not going to do anything. Unload the worker. Should allow me to gift it. There's most improvements I can't do in their terrain. I mean, their territory. Salts should have the worker. So doing that, me to get rid of the worker as soon as possible, the lower unit costs. Not sure it actually did. Might be rounding, it didn't work in my favor, but Now I'll load this up on this guy next turn. Maybe use it to get here and use that to go there. Get the scouts out as quick as possible. And then, I don't know, offload him here. Maybe, boom. And, yeah, load here because probably just use them to keep the die back. I got nothing better to do with the scout for a little bit. Eventually I'll send an expedition to whatever's here. Yeah, it's definitely the coast. Right now it's expensive. And I've got more critical things to do. Could partial this road, finish this one, or this done. So then even if I leave later in a jungle grows, I have a road into the jungle. Okay, so that will be road 3 of 6. I guess probably should have left that sign here. Road next. If that's what that worker work on next. Have to supply to get 4 units at semi borders. let's see, 2 warriors and a galley up that way. This war. This guy have to pull back. Actually, this guy back here. Yes, sir. Remember. People stomping around obnoxiously. Couple workers that way. Right up 5 units of my borders. No supply costs. As well as no one else. Pretty clear these guys are doing the pre-chops. This guy partial the mine, now leaving it with 9 turns to go. Which, when I eventually get serfdom, will mean is even 6 worker turns to finish the mine. I probably won't need it before serfdom, so. And I guess partial that road up to 4 of 6. Go here. Get that road done. And they can both finish this, and then go to a road that is mine. This is about connecting up Knossos to Maisne via road to make it easier to get settlers north without needing as many galleys in the area. And, heck, then I'll definitely want to gift the workers to sell them. In fact, I might want to do it even before then, to be honest. Scally's gonna go through here, but I should go here since it's saying this gives flexibility to move east if need be. But I could actually go around. Let's get the Gallic point the way it's gonna be head. Visual clue what I have planned. Minor optimization. Suppose. Actually, I want to double the workers here. So if a barbarian show up here, I could attack too, maybe. Cool. Where's that? Oh yeah, and this warrior that won that fight before, I guess I only got 1 XP from it. Darn, I would have hoped for more. Give me a sec. I'm saving in case I missed something, and there actually is something I want, which is this, because, I don't think that changes anything, but, leave it one, so it doesn't try and work one of these tiles, I guess. Want the food hammers in the settler. At enormous cost, even when the hammers are generally worth less than the commerce, I am grabbing as much territory as I can. It's the Romans, it's easier to defend than attack. I'll try and have a kind of peaceful standoff with them. Thankfully, they wasted hammers on walls instead of military ants, since I'm not about to attack them. I'm more worried about them attacking me. Cool. Let me save that, actually. Yep, here we go. You'll notice, by the way, that vassals are doing text other ones have done. Kind of a shame. Alphabet would help, but currency will massively improve my gold surplus so that it makes a bigger difference even than preventing my colonies from repeating text. Currency also enables markets, which shouldn't be underestimated, though I won't be doing that for quite a while. The Romans got a great profit. Great. How'd they do that when? How would they even have a priest? I don't think they have any religion in their capital. And I think the Great White House gives great merchant points. That's weird. Maybe it was an event. Probably was, knowing my luck. Okay. And guys adopted slavery. Would have preferred they didn't, because slave revolts can paralyze cities, and they probably shouldn't be whipping. Rather, they put the food into maintaining sailors who, bring commerce. But oh well, can't force the AI to play optimally, or at least what's optimal for my interests rather than their own. Cool. We'd chop both of these, and actually these would bring 270 hammers. Almost paying for no cell right off the bat. This will more and do it, so I'll just go right into a settler, and then I guess a worker. Because there's an immense amount of land development that needs to happen in Celtic territory. I mean, the Byzantines and the Chinese colonies have a worker. Yeah. Okay. This needs to work its way down here for convoying the settler, which will actually go past Chinese territory into this island I've been getting a foothold on. Looks safe. Boom. Now I'll just go overland to probably just hang out on this hill adjacent to the other warrior, where I can actually see these tiles and reduce barb spawns even more. We're helping maintain a foothold on the island, reduce the odds the barbarians spawn there, and reduce the odds I deal with them. Because that'll be the next island I settle. I've already got the cities earmarked. You'll see Corinth, Thebes, and Sparta. They'll establish my civilization here. Normally I'd do this city site, this one, and no, it's fine. It takes a while to get a third culturing. I can do that. The two that are here, one that's adjacent to clans, one that hopefully will become the capital, and one of these, maybe the eastern one in case it becomes the capital, and culture of the east might walk a path to another island. Eventually, who knows? I don't know how it was nearest land masses. Even when I checked that turn 0 thing, I didn't sit there and memorize everything. You know, it would have been unfair. I just want to see how the heck the Romans had so many food. Some of, I think, yeah, they really just got that lucky, it seems. Okay, and start doing a road here. This goes north. Boom, and road 4 of 6. Rod. I'm just about. Sometimes I do videos up to 30 minutes. It's not great. But I mean, sometimes it's nice to keep you guys a little longer. Treat. I guess. I already have a backlog of stuff for my Crisis in the Kremlin Let's Play series to edit, so not really feeling up to. But you could send this here, or here, actually. Even here. Then it can go there before this moves, and yeah, get that scout nice and far south if I want. Or I can just keep it actually so I can unload here. Now that worker's there. Just gotta see more and more necessary. Yeah, I'll figure it out. It's just wait, sleep for the moment. Head south. That much is clear that I do want. Woof. I'm developing slowly. I'm definitely lagging behind tech, trying to grab land. Now they have nearly as much land as I do between me and my vassals, so eventually I'll catch up. assuming I don't get conquered. I mean, phalanxes make fine units to cost effectively when you're behind in tech, fend off attacks until crossbowmen start showing up. You'll be fine. Hopefully the Romans aren't on the verge of those. Praetorians can beat phalanxes 1-to-1, but Praetorians are very expensive units. To show, they cost 90 hammers as opposed to a typical swordsman, which costs 80. So a little more expensive. Not that much, but still 90 hammers versus 70. Phalanxes can hold their own. Of course, Praetorians are a unique unit against most swordsmen. It'd be even easier. If the Praetorians have a bunch of promotions, the trade-offs will get really bad, but also let the Romans win a bunch of fights and build up veteran units, it'll probably be fine. Alright, well. So, brief to return that economic thing, because I feel like I left a thought incomplete. So if workers control the economy, they can ensure that the economy shows more respect for, producing things for human needs rather than just the profit of a very few at the top. Profit is such a weird word. People don't really understand what it means. It's the money, that a business brings in excess of expenses that is diverted to the owners of the business or to shareholders. Like a private owner, if it's a privately owned business, or if it's a public trade company, trade on the stock market, shareholders. It's not revenue, which is just what money you bring in has to pay for your materials or your wages and stuff. And socialism is supposed to technically eliminate profit if you do state planning, centrally planned, although even the Soviet Union with their Lieberman reforms introduced profits as state-owned enterprises, which is a mistake, and workers' cooperatives obviously have to make a profit. So at least to build up like capital funds so they can expand and found new workers' co-ops, because sometimes they go under. Any business has a chance to go under. So if they don't periodically create new workers' co-ops, the number of workers' co-ops will decline over time. They need funds for capital investments and not really profit because there's no shareholders, but a capital investment fund, an expansion fund, which the Mondragon Corporation, look into it, has found a fairly good balance with that kind of stuff. Anyways, and we don't have a system where, food stamps are being frozen and healthcare subsidies and Medicaid are under attack, and disabled people are being erased. Those long COVID. Although I was surprised to see that when I got my COVID vaccine this year, it did mention the risk of long COVID as a reason to get the vaccine. That's great and all, but it's all pushing personal responsibility. We're doing nothing for the people who already have long COVID, and almost re-emphasizing, oh, you're at fault if you have the disease, even though I got it before the vaccine was available. Well, because of a roommate. I wish you all the best, viewers. Take care of each other. Be kind yourselves. May always find a guiding star till we don't. Adieu. Best luck.